Right, welcome back. So my name is Avia Vulpes and I'm a tech-focused VTuber. And I'm finally back streaming after a bit of a delay. I basically got ill over the last few weeks and just wasn't really in a position to be streaming, but I'm back now. And yeah, a little late starting the stream today because trying out a new camera for the actual streaming. So rather than using my old Logitech C920, I'm now using my 4K action cam, which I've discovered can be used as a USB webcam. So I still need to play around with the actual angle and fisheye and all of that. Try and get the video itself cleaned up, but hopefully it should be a much clearer picture than what I had before. But yeah, unfortunately it did cost me probably the last 15 minutes trying to actually get it working again. But anyway, I am now back. And so really the big thing is that I attended Salute 51 a few weeks ago. I think it was weekend before last now, the 13th of April. One of the first wargaming shows that I've attended. Because I've only really started getting back into it this year and I've never really had the drive to go to one before. So yeah, I decided to attend and really enjoyed it. It was really great being in that environment, in that sort of atmosphere. And while I was there I did a bit of shopping, and this is one of the kits that I bought. The Bolstered Bunker from TTCombat. It is an MDF kit. So you basically get all of these barricades and both of these buildings in these sets. It's not the only one that I picked up. So there's a 2 for £60 deal. They're £35 each individually, but if you bought two together you got 10 quid off. So also bought the observation facility, which is the same sort of thing. So again, more MDF terrain, slightly different in the what you get with this one. But I thought these would be ideal for. I have the Warhammer 40,000 starter set, so the observation facility especially, I figured the barricades in that would be ideal for that sort of set. But yeah, I've got the train, but haven't really made a little start on the observation facility, but haven't made any start on the bunkers yet. As somebody opens them up to have a look at what's inside, which is basically all of these different sheets. There's no real instructions provided, unfortunately. So I've got to kind of figure out where things are. I've more or less figured out where the stuff I need to. So today, I'm actually just going to be focusing on building and gluing probably just 6 of these rather than doing all 12. And then also coating them with some sealer. Let's see if I can get the light there a bit better. So yeah, basically what you got to do, because MDF is quite porous, you actually there's light around here more permanently. Yeah, it absorbs the paint quite a lot. So I've already done it with the other bits. Basically these are the barricades from the other set. Actually let's box out of the way first. So this is basically the other set. You can just slot the bits together. There it is. I mean, you get the idea. So these are unpainted at the moment. These are just multiple parts all glued together with I just used PVA, and then I've given a coat of the sealer on this. So the next stage will be to prime these. But this is basically the stage I'm looking to get to today. So I won't be painting anything. I'll just be gluing and sealing these, because the sealant takes a couple of hours to actually really dry. So what I'll probably look to do is get the barricades, some of the barricades done tonight, glued and sealed, and then probably over the weekend, depending on what the weather's doing, because I don't have anywhere to spray indoors. So I'll be using some black primer, which I've already done on a handful of. These are all 3D printed miniatures. Or that was the one that was available for free at Salute. It's a little don't know how well the camera's going to pick it up. It's a pirate figure. The theme of the show was pirates. So I've got all of those to paint as well. Actually, one more thing to show off quick. So just to give you a sense of the scale of these, let me get one of my 40k miniatures. So this is one of my Iron Warriors that I've done. I did this all off stream. So he's got the Forge World Iron Warriors 3D shoulder pad, and also the Forge World Iron Warriors helmet on there. Other than that, I don't know why this isn't auto-focusing. Maybe it doesn't have an autofocus. I'll have to look into that, I guess. But anyway, hopefully you get the idea, and at the very least you can see, should be able to see the scale of that, more or less. Yes. If I put that at that, you basically see the the bolter just the right height for the barricades on these ones anyway. So yeah, these are, I mean, as you can see on the box, it says scale of 28 to 32 millimeters, so that makes it perfect for 40k, which is 28 millimeter scale. Also means it will work with Fallout Wasteland Warfare, interestingly, which is I've pre-ordered the Hollywood Heroes set for that, which is the box set with all of the TV show characters in, because I'm going to start getting into that now as a tabletop game as well. I guess since I'm talking about Salute stuff, probably before I begin. So I also picked up these two while I was there. These are both from Infinity, which I don't currently collect, but I'm looking at potentially collecting in the future. So these are two show exclusive miniatures. I think my understanding is the characters are in the game, but these are like, these particular sculpts, these poses that you get them in. These are both, if you can see on the bottom of the box, convention exclusives. So there's basically a bunch of shows throughout the year, and those are the only places you can buy them at, and Salute is one of them. So this is the one from this year. I believe this is the one from last year. It is based on how many of these were still available at the Wayland Games booth. So yeah, I've got both of these. These are, by the way, if you've never played Infinity, I always forget because I don't collect these, but I've read in the past that these are metal figures, and yeah, both of these are fully metal, so that's definitely going to be an interesting one to do, because all these 3D printed ones that I've got here are obviously resin, and then my 40k that I've got I've got a lot of that now because I had a bunch arrive yesterday. And then I back ordered. That's all plastic, so yeah, they've been our first metal ones in quite a while. Yeah, the only thing I picked up at Slough was just some express colours from Vallejo because I'm looking at currently experimenting with slap chop. I'll see kind of how I get on with it. This is my first test miniature. This is a combat robot from Unit 9 on My Mini Factory. So I'm subscribed to their tribe. That's where basically all the other 3D printed miniatures there, robot primes, came from. So yeah, this was slap chopped. So black base coat, grey, thick dry brush, and then a white thin dry brush. But not entirely happy with how it turned out. I don't think the highlighting came out too well. Also, I need to get a lot better at being well where I put my brush strokes, because there are a few places where I went a little bit over, and it's because the express paints, speed paints, they're slightly transparent, so the layer beneath shows through. So if you do go over slightly, you're going to see that on the layer above. So yeah, it's okay, but it's not quite as good as I would like. So I've just printed off, because when you have a 3D printer, you can just print off more of them. So probably this weekend I'm going to be looking at painting these up. So this is the exact same miniature, just 4 more of them, and then I'll be looking at seeing if I can just. I think it's mainly the dry brushing that's the issue, because I've never really done dry brushing before. So I'm just going to look at trying to improve my technique and see. Kind of experiment a bit more with technique before and then start tackling the other stuff, because the stuff I've got here is stuff that I really want to get right, like especially find it. Like these two, obviously not official miniatures, but this is Dune and Embrarios from Appleseed. And then I've also got there's a bunch of them, but let's see if I can find all the main miniatures. There you go. So this is Ghost in the Shell, Major, Barto, Ishikawa, Saito, and Togasa. There's another pack I've got to buy still that's got all the other Section 9 characters in. So yeah, I want to paint those up at some point as well, and have those to do some Ghost in the Shell themed cyberpunk tabletop games. But yeah, I want to make sure I can do a decent paint job on those. So that's why I'm kind of practicing on ones I don't care about as much. Plus those robots, like, you can get away with having lots of those that look quite similar, because, well, that's kind of the point of the robots, really. They're mass produced and operate largely the same way. So yeah, that's, I guess, kind of what I've been getting up to the last few weeks. I haven't been streaming, just kind of doing that and also looking at tabletop games. Like I said, I got a bunch of 40k miniatures arrived yesterday, and that's now in my stash to build, along with the Combat Patrol, which is still not started yet either. All Chaos Space Marines, and the starter set with Space Marines and Tyranids in, plus the Adeptus Mechanicus Guitari squad that I've still not finished either. So a lot of 40k to build, and then the 2 Infinity miniatures, the scenery boxes, and then I've ordered the Fallout Wasteland Warfare Hollywood Heroes box set, which has 4 more miniatures in. Probably be ordering the starter set, the 2-player starter set for Fallout Wasteland Warfare as well soon. probably over the weekend in fact, and I'll be buying the Humble Bundle with Fallout Wasteland Warfare in, which has a load of 3D printable terrain. And I may have also just ordered yesterday the Mig Alley set for Blood Red Skies, which is an aviation themed tabletop war game, mainly World War II, but this one's a set from the Korean War, featuring F-86 Sabres and MiG-15s, so I've got those to paint as well. I don't have to build those, they're pre-built, but they do still need painting. So no shortage of tabletop stuff for me to be doing over the coming months. So yeah, I expect a lot of that on streams. I do plan on finishing off the diorama. That's nearly done, so I'll probably alternate streams now. One week tabletop builds, the other week diorama stuff. And then when I'm in a position, I'll be looking to actually start playing tabletop games on stream. Right, let's start getting stuff out. So I think for the moment, okay, I'm going to need this one as well. So I can see 3. I have everything I need for the barricades. Like I said, there's no real instructions with these, so you have to kind of figure out what to do. I mean, there may be instructions on the website, but yeah, there's definitely nothing included in the box itself, and nothing on the packaging to say where to go to get any instructions. Yeah, what I do want for now though, so let's put these aside. At least for the first ones, I'm going to be able to get everything I need from here. So let's, especially with these 3 parts. So these are all the barricades here. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now we need these as well, because these are what actually hold them up. So I've got 3 there. Bear in mind it's going to be 2 per barricade, so I'm going to need, what, 12? 1, 2. I guess that's it. And then 1, 2, 3. 3, 6, 8. Okay, I guess I'm going to have to look at some of the other ones then. Yeah. At the very least I can get a start on these, so... let's just do... for now, I think I'm going to need the scalpel to cut through this one. These are all laser cut MDF. You can definitely smell that. There's a very distinctive smell on here. Still not wanting to come out. Yeah, these tabs that I'm trying to cut at the moment, they were just left in there so that the parts didn't just all come out. They're literally there just to keep everything in place during transit. One. Right, let's try and put it on the back side. Well, this one really doesn't want to come out. Right, finally got that one. So, the way that I presume this is going to go is that this will go into there, this will go into there, and it will go into there. Oh, I see, these are not entirely symmetrical. Hang on there. I mean, that one seems to fit either way. So that definitely seems to be... Okay, I think that one works. So yeah, this is definitely a slightly smaller edge there than up there. And that sets this one flush, so that's definitely the way this one goes. I think that's just because there's a bit of a bow on the bottom, it's not laying flat. Okay, yeah, I think that's a good position for it. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely happy with the bottom one, so I'm going to glue that one in position now. Accidentally stabbed myself with the cocktail stick there. Probably too much glue actually, but oh well. I mean, at the very least it should be hopefully still good to use for the next one. Yeah, a bit of glue around the edge of there, and then one is leave those to lie in place now. It makes me think I could probably cut out the next one and just make a start on that while waiting for that one to dry. I got this one again. And yeah, there's definitely not a fourth one on there. So let's pick one of here, I guess. The lone one over here. Alright, there we go. The same thing again. Let's try getting it on the actual... this bit this time. See how that goes. Seems to work pretty well. There's that. Got that one drying now. We're just on to the next one. Let's keep going through them. I imagine wondering, I should just, because these are all the same parts in effect, so rather than getting all of the parts off right now, maybe get the bottoms off and then do the stands and just start kind of building it up that way. They're not pretty easy. This one's not. Oh, that is the right way. For some reason I thought it was the way around. Yeah, most of these pieces here are for the bunkers themselves. Seem to pretty much just be these little back pieces that are actually for the barricades. So I've got 2 more, so I need 4 more of these. Let's look through these. Oh, there we go. So there's 1. On that one. And there's the other 3. So think. Because I only got one when I picked up the sheet, so yeah, that back. Let's cut out this one. There we go, got that. So three more to do now. I think now that I've nearly cut these out, those first ones might actually be pretty much dry. Last two are both here. Nearly there. So that's all the bottom pieces are ready to be glued in place. And then once I've got the bottom ones in place, I'll start doing the middles on the first two. Or I guess maybe I can do the tops, because I know those are going to fit well. So I'm not too worried at this stage about putting too much glue on, because once we get to the stage of putting on the MDF sealer, that's going to actually seep through and will actually bind the parts together a lot better anyway. So really at this stage all we're trying to do is just add something on that will give it a bit of, just basically hold it together, and then the sealer will actually bind it all. Right, let's guess I'm doing it that way. Yeah, I'm going to go in that way, so it does look a little bit off to me, but I think it will dry well enough. Plus, to be fair, I've not actually cleaned it up yet, so that could make a bit of a difference. Just deburring it and generally cleaning up the edges. That's those two. Probably now get out the other ones. Without breaking them. Hopefully. Yeah, so that one's definitely broken. So I think I'll cut this one. Yeah. should hold in place quite well once I actually get it glued in. So I'll just do the middles for now. Start off with the broken one, just try and get that one looking okay. Yeah, I think once the glue dries, that's going to look fine. And to be fair, it's not going to matter too much if it is a little bit dented because, you know, barrel damage. These aren't barricades that are just there to look good. These are actually, you know, in universe. They're there to serve a purpose, to block enemy arms fire. So they are going to get a bit beat up in the course of battle. Again, remembering to put the shorter side at the bottom and the long side at the top. That seems to be the way around that those ones go. So these are almost dry, so I'm going to start with the first one. And there's only one way around that these can go. Then it'll actually go on. There we go. Again, that's interesting, a bit front heavy, but I think that's just because there's a slight burring on here, so it's not sitting stably. So I can fix that before we get to the seating stage. We'll give it a good standing just to deburr it. So I can get the last of the tops out. At least for this set. There's still 6 more of these to do from the other one. Is anyone the same as before? Need to do both sides. So I can definitely feel that this big blob of PVA glue I put out earlier is starting to dry up now. Yeah, that side I can't even get to anymore. There's no inaccessible. It's too hardened for me to actually pick any up onto my stick. Thankfully there's enough left that I can still get enough down to actually do the job. Like that. 6 barricades. This is a quick test. So there you go. So I guess that would count as half cover in 40k. And based on the height of that. Same again actually for those, so it's a point actually. I wonder if those Unit 9 figures are 28 or 32mm. It makes me think they're actually 32mm now. Yeah, because I'm pretty sure that's Doonan. I'm pretty sure she's not. So I stand her at the same base height. I don't think she's supposed to be taller than a Space Marine. Or as tall. Same again with the Major from Ghost in the Shell. Yeah, I thought these were 28mm, but actually it looks like then that these Unit 9 figures are actually scaled by default to 32mm. Which isn't really a problem, it's just means they're slightly bigger, slightly more detail on them. Yeah, just not what I thought originally. I mean, the box does say on these that they're 428 to 32mm, so these will work fine with both. I don't really want to do too much right now until the glue is fully dried. I don't know at this rate if I'm going to have time to do the other set, given I've still got to sand all of these down. And also seal them with the MDF sealer. Here's what I do while I'm waiting for these to fully set. So if I get out the stuff I got yesterday, so I had all of this on back order for like a month because there's one kit in particular that was a problem. But first let's go with the accessories. So I've got, should I get it out? This actually being really handy, a laser line. This is basically for, so for instance, let's, and what figure I've got this much stand up on its own without a base. Maybe the pirate guy. So yeah, I can basically determine line of sight from here. So it looks like that guy's it's over there. So he is just in line of sight. So that's going to be very useful. I can see for doing streamed battle reports. Yeah, so that's just the target lock laser line from Army Painter. And then I've now got these as well. So objective markers and then a bunch of missions and stuff for 40k. Especially the official 10th edition stuff, so once I start playing 40k I've then got that, so I can basically select at random all the missions and secondary objectives and all of that. Right, so with the accessories out of the way, let's start with the good stuff. So Chaos Lord, Lord in Terminator armor specifically, so this will be the leader of my Iron Warriors army. You can also do it as a sorcerer, but I'm going to do it as a Lord in Terminator armor. Next up, Kill Team Legionaries, so this will give me a third set of the Legionaries, but part of why I've gone for the Kill Team one is because I can find it. Yeah, there you go, this sprue. So this is an extra sprue that's got a bunch of extra weapons on. So generally this is just the same Legionary box set that you get in the Combat Patrol and Standalone, which I've already got, well, Standalone and in the Combat Patrol. So this will be my third Legionary squad, but I can get mainly this big chain guns what I want. Also the two-handed axe will be useful. So it basically allows me to get a slightly different loadout. And it also means I've now got a squad that I can play a kill team with, because I don't know if the regular Legionaries you can actually put in kill team. So So following that, Raptors. So yeah, basically fast attack. Jump troops can move around the battlefield very fast. Only 5 of them, you can have 10 in a squad, so I'll probably look to pick up a second box of those later. But yeah, for now, so basically I'm trying to get the army to 1,000 points. And I figured that that's would be a good way of doing it. And then finally, the Troublemaker in a generic box. Because I'm presuming they've been having manufacturing issues with this. Completely ripped the box. This is the Rhino kit with Chaos sprue and the Predator sprues. So I've already found a tutorial on how to magnetize this to actually be able to convert this between a Rhino and the different Predator variants. So that's what I'm going to look at doing in order to maximise the flexibility that I'll have with this. Because that way I'll be able to choose between having a transport in a game and the different tank variants, the Destructor and the Annihilator. So again, this will get me up to 1,000 points. I think it's like 995 is the total value that I calculated, including the Legionary Squad I've already got and the stuff from the Combat Patrol, minus the Dark Apostle, which I'm not going to be using. So yeah, that's a good start, I feel, to my Iron Warriors army. And yeah, the other stuff that I've ordered is still pending. So I think the Fallout stuff releases next week, I think Tuesday or Wednesday. And then the Blood Red Skies stuff is basically whenever Warlord Games dispatches it, which hopefully will be tomorrow. And then if I'm lucky I'll get it on Saturday, if not sometime next week. So I might be looking at doing that next week, just so, because I want to get that done. I'm pretty sure next weekend I'm going to my parents, so I'd actually like to have that done to take with me. So I might, yeah, depending on when it arrives, if it comes on Saturday I'll just do it over the weekend, just get it out of the way, but if it arrives during the week then I will be doing that on stream next Thursday. Right. I've still got some voice left, I can feel it going. Let's deburr. The burrs are just these little imperfections on here. So you've got the dark grey parts, which is the laser cut parts, and then the light parts of the tabs that are just, you're not sitting flush. From now forward, I've been going over, just going back and forth, just pretty much smooth out any slight imperfections that might be there. Doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be good enough that this will look good when all primed and painted. It's now standing properly. Excellent. Perfect. I was really knocked it over then, that wasn't it being unbalanced. Excellent, so let's go on with the next one. There we go, that's great. Last two. I don't need to get rid of all the brown stuff either. As long as it's smooth enough, once I've got it all primed, that will just cover it all up. Like I said, I'll be doing that hopefully over the weekend, weather permitting. Right, I think we are ready for some cedar. So I use a cheap synthetic brush for this. It's in a cedar. And I'm going to get some gloves on, I think. So I do need a screwdriver to open this. And then that's all it is. And you get pretty simple. Some on my brush and just paint it on. This will then soak into the wood, so fill in all the little pores that are in there that the paint would otherwise soak into. So generally this just, but it helps protect the wood because it's, the wood is organic material, so over time it will rot. With this, I've got to prevent any fungus from actually getting into the wood. And yeah, like I said, it will then also just help the paint to stay on the surface layer and not really go into the wood. So you can paint this without sealing it. People just use a lot more paint because the paint will get soaked in. As it says on the tin, is about 15 minutes until it's touch dry. But it's about 2 hours before it's actually fully dry, and you can put a second layer on. I've not bothered with the second layer on the other ones. From what I've read online, you don't really need second layers on these. It's not going to matter too much, so I guess I'll see when I paint it, when I prime it, how well it actually goes on. So once all of this cedar is fully dried, it'll also help. So I think it kind of looks like it's just watered down PVA in a way, which I have read is what you can use in place of a proper sealer like this. You can just get a load of PVA glue, water it down, and then that will be a good makeshift sealer. Yeah, this will basically just soak in and help bind it all together as well. So like around here, the parts joining together, sealer will soak through and then just dry in place and just act as an extra adhesive layer. You can see where I've got the gloves on now. This is getting everywhere. Oh, and by the way, one thing about the choice of paint brushes, they do recommend synthetic brushes, not natural. I don't know whether that's because the sealer will ruin natural brushes, but it won't synthetics. But yeah, it does say on the tin to use synthetic brushes, so luckily that's all I've got. Is that a bit of... Yeah, I was on the front I might have missed there, but anyway, let's continue on. But yeah, basically all the brushes I've got are synthetic, so I can pretty much use any brush, but these are some cheap ones I picked up ages ago. I can't even remember where I got them from or what they're for exactly, but I have them. And all kicking off downtown, a load of sirens just went past. Looking at OBS. Hang on, there's another one. Oh, yeah, I don't know what's going on, but there's a lot. Yeah, I'm using the NVIDIA broadcast audio AI to help filter my audio, and it looks like it's doing a very good job of that. Nice, that is all 6. So I can wash off the bottles in water. Because the sealer is water based. Back up on the brush stand. Let's get the lid back on. Take a bit of force to do this. There's like, it is on, and then that's going to be all for tonight because I can't do any more on this. I can feel my voice going, so I don't really want to continue on building any more of these barricades. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there for tonight. So I'm trying to get back to a normal streaming schedule. I don't know what I'm going to be playing next week at the moment. I'm going to try and do a gaming stream on Wednesday of some sort. And like I said, next Thursday, it will either be continuing on with the diorama or it will be doing the Blood Red Skies MiG Alley painting. There's 4 aircraft that need painting up on that one, plus the decals applying, so yeah, I guess just kind of stay tuned for the waiting rooms and see what happens, really. I'll get these painted up over the weekend if I can, and or at least at the very least primed, and then during the week I've got more time, I can actually then go and get these painted. So yeah, that was just the first 6 barricades of the tabletop Scenics Bolstered Bunkers set. So I am going to do the full set eventually, as with the observation facility. And then once I've got those done, I need to get the Warhammer 40,000 starter set done, and I should be in a position to start playing that on stream. I've already decided what scheme I'm going to do the Space Marines in. I haven't decided fully what scheme to do the Tyranners in yet. So yeah, that's all yet to come. Outside of that, I'll be painting up all those 3D printed miniatures off stream. Basically getting them ready to do battle reports on stream. Don't quite have any cyberpunk scenery yet, but I did back a Frontier on my mini factory for that, so hopefully that should be able to get that soon. So other than that, God, my voice is really going now. Yeah, I guess it's all I can really say now is just thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.